Now to our first guest today, who actually said he thought about quitting dance a few times in his life. And we are glad he didn't, because this man sure knows his way around the dance floor. Professional dancer Derek Hough is taking up residence for the next several months at the Venetian Las Vegas. The multi-talented two-time Emmy winner and dance champion took a break from the show to talk about growing up with four sisters and the world of dance.
This show is for everybody. It really is. I mean, there's music from big band music, from Motown, Latin music, rock and roll, Latin ballroom dancing, tap, contemporary, so many different genres of music and something for everybody to watch and enjoy. And it's a live band, the most incredible dancers. It's a jam-packed show with a lot of energy. You definitely leave feeling like you want to dance or sing, so it's a really great show.
I can imagine. I bet you're like tapping your feet while you're watching it too. It explores all styles of dance, but do you have a favorite?
I tend to lean towards like the dramatic style, like the dances that have a lot of percussion and violins in there. My good friend Lindsey Sterling is an amazing violinist, so I always have her play on all my tracks. Whenever I'm working on a piece, I'm like, hey, can you come in and put some violin on there? And she comes in and she just crushes it. It's amazing. And so I love dancing. I love dancing to that. I don't know, it just kind of like connects to a part of me that just feels like, wow. But however, I do love, there's a whole big band section in the show that I love. I reached out to my friend Michael Bublé and I said, hey man, could I send some of your instruments, some of your tracks from your record that I could work with? And he was so gracious and sent them over. And so we have this whole big band section that's just like, the music sounds fantastic and big and beautiful. So that's a lot of fun. I love that section.
I love that, by the way, my friend Michael Bublé. My buddy Michael Bublé. It's so cool. You've done so much traveling as a performer, but how nice is it to just stay in one place and let the audience come to you?
It's great. It's different. It's different because usually you're coming into people's cities and their places, you're loading up the stage and everything. Here, of course, we're in the same room, so we know the sound check and everything is all dialed in. It's fun to be able to do the show and then just kind of come upstairs to my room and have my little ritual, getting ready for bed and everything. It's been amazing. And it's great too, because obviously filming Dance with the Stars at the same time, having a show here in Vegas, going back and forth, it's such a short flight. So it's not bad at all.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. I'm so curious though, what is your going to bed ritual? Because everyone has like a self-care routine and now I have to ask you.
Well, after the show, I go, I get some PT work, just like some
stretch it out.
Things loosened up a little cool down. And I get in the ice bath for about 10 minutes, which is freezing.
I'm sure.
You go numb. We basically have our food, we eat. And I've been eating a lot of spaghetti lately. I don't know why, I've just been craving spaghetti. And of course, the shower, relax. And I usually listen to something before I go to bed, just to sort of like calm the mind, bring everything down a little bit. And then usually I go to bed straight away. So
well, you've earned it at that point. So you grew up as a brother of four sisters. It totally reminds me of the chorus line song, I Can Do That. But how did that help you in your life, or how did it make a difference?
It's funny, when I think about my life, it's always been like a little bit of a competition. I think having four sisters, and I think when we look at old home videos, we're all like clamoring to be in front of the camera and stuff. I think just having a support system and that sort of encouragement from my family, and especially my mom and dad, as you work on yourself and create a career, having that encouragement is really, really helpful, especially at a young age. It's a pretty vulnerable thing to do, especially when you're being judged, right? So you can do better.
At that young age, like, how do you not burn out? Is it because you just love this?
No, I burn out. I already did. To be honest with you, especially in the competitive ballroom world, before Dancing with the Stars or anything like that, you're spending a lot of money on lessons, on costumes, on traveling, on accommodation, on all these things. When you win a competition, you don't win money. You just get like a little plastic trophy, So there was no real return financially, I should say.
Yeah.
But that's not why you did it. You did it because you loved it, right? You did it because you love the challenge, you love improving, you love getting better. But there was definitely a couple of times where I'm like, wait, what's the goal here? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to have an apartment? How am I going to do this? So of course, for me though, I was always into performing and doing theater and doing other things as well, not just competitive world. But I feel extremely grateful. I'm able to make a career out of it. But go back to being burnt out. Even on Dancing with the Stars, did several seasons, and I was like, I'm done, man. I'm over this. The reason why I felt that way was because I realized I was really thinking about my experience, my journey, because that's what it was like. It was always about being in a competitive world. It's like, I got to work on myself. It's about me. So I changed my sort of focus of like, no, this is about serving. It's not about me. It's about, I want to serve this audience. I want to bring some joy. I want to bring some energy. I want to bring some light. I want to bring some fun. And that gives me an abundance amount of energy. And I don't really burn out of that.
When you are not performing, what show do you want to see on the Strip?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say Donnie, my man Donnie.
Yes.
Osmond, because, by the way, true story. Okay, his show starts at 8. My show starts at 7:30. This guy did his VIP thing. He came into my show, watched for 25 minutes, and then booked it back to his hotel next door, and then did his show with like a minute to spare at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Yes. I was like, dude, what are you doing here? He's like, I have to see it. I have to see the first, even if it's just the first 20 minutes. I was like, okay. So what a legend, man. That guy is such a good guy and incredible. So I definitely need to go see his show.
Yes. So I did ask Derek Hough about what his going to bed ritual is. I mean, why not? He's so lovely. And you can catch his show No Limits at the Venetian Las Vegas through November 21st. And we've got all the details on our website.